thing is noisy, isn't it? Good morning, everybody. Kyle here with Spicer Designs. Welcome back to the channel. Not much of a coffee drinker. Well, we are closing in on 10,000 subscribers. We're only about 250 or so away. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel and has supported the channel so far. So I figured today, while it's hotter than balls out here, I would just take it nice and easy, give you a nice little run around the property, show you some upcoming projects, what we're going to be working on here in the future on Spicer Designs, whether it's on the property, in the outbuildings, with the equipment, or out in the Spicer Design shop doing some metal work, just so you have an idea of what's up and coming. So the first thing we'll do is hop in the general, run you around the property, we'll talk about some of those projects. Okay. All right, here we are at the equipment shop. As most of you know that have been following along, we're doing quite the rebuild in here. We just put the loft in, and right now I'm currently working on organizing all of our in that new storage area so I can continue on with the gym build for the Keystone Girl. But over here behind the equipment barn, I got a pretty cool project that's gonna be coming up in the fall. Let's take a look at that one. So going more toward the back of my property, there's a trail that kind of runs into the backwoods over here. And then I've got kind of a mess back here. This is better than when I bought the property, so believe it or not, this is better. I got this kind of a crappy little building right here. I keep the 20-foot trailer in there. And I do like having that for the trailer. It definitely keeps some of the wear and tear off of it, all that UV rays and some of the weather. So I do like the idea of having a building for that, but I will be ripping that one down. Over here, you can see this used to be a fenced-in area for a dog. We got some riffraff right in here. It's kind of a little bit of a slope. But my plans for back here is to put in a wood yard. We do have 2 wood-burning stoves in the house, so I would like to heat the home with firewood this winter, or maybe starting next winter. There's a couple little buildings over here. I'm going to be ripping them down, ripping all that fence down, all the way around, cleaning up all of this riffraff wall and redoing that. And I've got to grade all this out, get it leveled out. I'm probably going to rebuild this building and make it bigger. I want it to be able to accommodate the trailer and maybe a future excavator one day. Probably have a lean-to on there for some wood storage. Maybe I'll keep the wood splitter underneath there. And then over in this area, I'm going to be clearing out all these smaller trees. This is a pretty flat area on the property here. I'm going to be moving all of my implements over into this area, and I got a really cool idea for this, something that I can almost guarantee that none of you have seen. Hopefully I'll be starting this project in the fall as well, if not maybe winter or maybe next spring. But this is something that I'm really excited about doing. It's going to be great storage for the implements. So let's head down this trail right here with the general, and I'll show you kind of the trail system that I have now. There really wasn't much here when we moved in, so I have been working on that off camera, and I'll show you some of the other projects I want to do back here in the woods as well. So we've made our way around the trails on the back side of the property. Now we're up here behind the house and right here by the pond. So the pond, I've got a lot of work I'm going to do out here. hopefully by next year I can afford to get an excavator. I would like to redo all of the shorelines on the pond. I got some stumps that I want to rip out of the middle of it. And I'm gonna do something different with that peninsula there as well. And I'm also gonna be doing a lot of work to the back part of the house. I'm gonna be redoing all that landscaping, that whole shoreline there, right by the back of the house. Gonna put in a nice patio with a fire pit. So next we're gonna move into the woods at the front of the property. I got some trails up there as well. And I'll show you what I got going on up there, and then we can move into the shop. God, it's hotter than balls out here. So now we are on the front of our property. We got some woods up here and I got some trails that I cut in. This is probably one of my most favorite parts of the property, except for the fact that it's a little bit close to the road. So we got a really cool ravine that runs through the front of the property. F***ing cars. I wonder if I could close the road. So we have a really cool ravine that runs through the front of the property. It's got some really big boulders, and I actually want to cut in some trails for the general that kind of run through that ravine. So right here is where I want the trail to start, and I want it to come through, and I want it to cross over the ravine, and then you can see all those boulders up ahead. I want it to kind of run through there. And over on the left, it might be hard to see, but the shop is right up there, and there's a big cliff right there. It's pretty cool. So you can see right through this ravine here, we got some massive boulders.
Subscribe.
It's really pretty in here. Like I said, the only bad thing, we're just a little too close to the road up here, but that's all right. All right, let's move on up to the shop, check out some of those projects. First, we got to get over this big ass hill.
Damn it! Damn it!
We are here in the Spicer Design shop now. I got that AC cranked up, so it's nice and cool in here. It feels great. Now, of course, we're going to continue to have metalworking projects on the Langmuir plasma table. And we're also going to be doing some more projects on the Ortur LaserMaster 3 laser engraver and the new Monport CO2 laser that I gave you guys a little sneak peek of in one of those YouTube shorts. But aside from all of that, I want to talk about what projects we're going to be doing in the shop itself to get this building set up for what I need to do to run a business out of here. So I've done a little bit of organizing in here just to get my stuff organized so I know where it's at so I can continue to do metalworking projects. You can see I'm working on something right now for one of the viewers of the channel. You'll be seeing that video coming up here pretty soon. It's a pretty cool project. Now I do have heat and AC in here, which is really nice. It's all off of propane. We do not have natural gas on our property, and I've got a bathroom right there, which is really handy to have. I do want to do some work above the bathroom. I want to maybe install a better air compressor up there and some other things just to keep them quiet. I might make that room a little bit bigger and add some more storage. And I need to close off that furnace because it's a little bit loud when I'm making videos. Over on this side, I just kind of have some of my stuff spread out. It's not necessarily where it's going to go. I will be cutting the paneling about 3 foot up from the floor so that I can run all my new mechanical through there to get my electrical and plumbing in place where it needs to be to accommodate all my machines. And I'll be repainting all of this and doing some really cool things in here, some cool accents to make it look good. Now here is the new Monport CO2 laser. I am still working on this video, trying to get more familiar with this machine, but this is something pretty cool to look forward to. Should have some really cool projects coming out of here. And of course we have the desktop laser. One really big project I would like to do, hopefully next year, is to install an overhead crane on this bay of the building. And I want to move all my CNC machines over here. That way I could use that crane to move sheets of steel around and load those machines. Make things a lot more streamlined. But the next big project we're gonna be doing out here in the Spicer Design shop is we're gonna be installing a ventilation system. As you know, I'm doing a lot of welding out here. I'm running the CNC plasma table, and it creates a lot of fumes and a lot of smoke. And not only that, the new Monport CO2 laser has an exhaust system on it so that it can exhaust all of the smoke and fumes that it creates when we're engraving in that. And I'll have drops that will accommodate each one of these machines. Should be a pretty cool project, and it hopefully will give you some ideas if you're in need of a ventilation system in your shop. All right, let's go back outside in the blistering heat. I want to show you another big project we're going to be doing here on the shop, hopefully next year as well. We got big plans. Might fog up on us. All right, so we're going around the back of the shop now. Right here on the back of the shop, I've got some spare steel sitting back here, but I've got this large concrete pad that the previous homeowners poured. But right here, what I want to do is that hot tub's going to go, and I want to build a lean-to style addition right here that is going to have my office in it. I'll have a nice office space. That's something I'm really looking forward to. Now, of course, we're going to have videos on the truck, the General, the Zero Turn, the Coyote CK2610. I actually have a video coming up on my wife's Jeep. And like I've been saying all along, there's going to be a ton of variety on this channel. I like to keep things entertaining. I like to have fun here, have some beers, we like to goof around with the Keystone Girl. Just try to give you guys some good content that you can enjoy and maybe laugh at once in a while. If I can make one person laugh, I'm happy. Now, this is only a handful of the projects we have going on over here. I didn't want to make this an hour-long video, but I did want to give you guys some kind of insight as what we have going on over here and what there is to look forward to. So if you like what we've been doing, hit that like button. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel, please. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. What the hell are you doing? All right, come on, Tom. Come on. I don't even know whose dog you are. Oh, what the f is that? Puke? Freaking disgusting. Holy shit, is it hot out of here. Hey, aren't you girls supposed to be cooking me breakfast?
No.
What do you mean no? What do you guys do around here?
Usually play.
You play? Oh, must be nice. You got any money?
No.
I need more beer. Great. It's pretty good. You want some?
No.
You're lost.